Okay, just a couple of straggler thoughts. One is I can't drive. I was actually driving for a while with TD, and I was like stretched out like this, making turns and things like that. And one day my psychiatrist said, "How did you get here?" And I said, "My mom drove me, because she drove me that day." And he's like, "Good, don't drive." So that was many months ago. So I can no longer drive. I mean, I have to take the bus if I go somewhere or have my mom drive me. I don't take the bus because we live in Nashville. Everything's spread out. The bus is useless. So, I've got to bug my mom to take me places. I'm 38 years old. I live with my fucking mom. You know what I mean? I had a career. I used to be a software developer. I made buku cash, lived on my own, did blah, blah, blah. Now, because of these diseases or whatever, because I'm crazy, I live at home. I do this to my shirts because, okay, to stop the motion, to stop the uncontrollable motions, I can do controllable motions. Like if I go like this, if I fight down my shirt, if I fight down on something, then it makes the uncontrollable emotions less. Did you get that? If I bite down on something, then it makes the uncontrollable emotions less. So now all my shirts have holes in them. So I walk around looking like, I don't even know what that looks like. That doesn't even look like anything. Like nobody has shirts like this. Homeless people don't even have shirts like this. You know what I mean? I can't go to an AA meeting because I can't sit still for an hour. I can't sit still enough that I won't hit the person next to me for an hour. So I do things behind my back, like clasp my hands or go like this and pull, because that will stop the rest of me from doing an uncontrollable motion. But it becomes too much, and I pull too hard, and it lets go, and then I like slam the person next to me. And the only other thing I wanted to say is I said that TD increases the chance of suicide, and I mentioned that because it impairs social functioning, that's part of why people kill themselves on TD, because they're like, well, nobody can interact with me, so I might as well kill myself. Okay, that's part of it. Part of it is being constantly out of control of your body and being constantly uncomfortable and in pain from having muscles that are clenching way more times than they're supposed to, so they're in pain, makes you want to die. It just gives you this feeling of like, I am so uncomfortable and in pain constantly that why would I want to continue this? But you gotta get over that shit, because everybody has their lot in life, and there are people with a lot worse conditions than I have. And, when this started happening to me, because TD starts when you stop taking the antipsychotic. So when you're taking the antipsychotic, it's causing this problem in your brain. It's permanently destroying your dopamine receptors. But as long as you're taking it, you don't notice the problem. You don't have any muscle movements. But when you stop taking the antipsychotic, then you develop tardive dyskinesia. How convenient for the medicine company. But anyway, when this first started happening, when I was taking off one antipsychotic and put on a lower dose of another one, and TD, tardive dyskinesia, these uncontrollable muscle movements started appearing in me, mostly in my face and my neck at the time, and then moved my arms. But, I had to make a decision there where it was either like, look, I'm either going to lie in bed all day, doing nothing, feeling horrible, or I'm going to say, fuck it. Fuck you, uncontrollable emotion thing. I'm going to stay up 2 hours later anyway and watch the Oscars. I'm going to watch the Oscars and like be uncomfortable. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, and I've got to make that decision into my life. I mean, there are some things I can do and some things I can't do, but I'm going to do the things that I can. And you know what? I count myself very, very fortunate, because my favorite thing to do is write. And that's one of the things that I can do lying on my stomach all day, staring at a laptop. I can write, and I am writing. I'm writing books, so I'm so fortunate. I could say, oh, well, poor me, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, I'm so fortunate that I happen to have a disorder where there's a way out for me, that I can do something that's meaningful to me. I can lie on my front and get still enough to type my books. and that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm getting to do. And I mean, I can't complain, you know. I'm more grateful now than I've ever been in my life the last 2 years, even though I've had this going on. Maybe not in spite of, maybe because of, maybe it's helped me to learn some gratefulness. But it's like, I mean, yeah, I'm upset that I'm ill, but if I could be ill in a more perfect way, I don't know what it would be, because what else would allow me to continue to do my favorite thing in the world?